How it do, how it be, how it is. Everybody, welcome in and welcome back. It's time for Windfall. Last we left off, the party just finished up a 3-session dungeon crawl through the manor of Lord Rammus. Lucky Bitch Bishop, one of the top 3 crime lords in Windfall, took his railway endeavors personally because his ferry systems were put out of business, and therefore attacked a train that the party was on whilst invading the manor. The party then spent a solid amount of time chipping down the enemies and finally killing Lucky Bitch Bishop, but not before Dodger managed to, through his wiling ways, snatch up the essence, the memories maybe of Lucky Bitch Bishop.
Yeah.
And we're not going to look at it too closely, but they've got some questions for the deceased. I'm SirFeffers. Thank you for being here. I feel like I'm too quiet. I'm going to turn myself up a little bit. Hello. If you want to get caught up on these phenomenal episodes, these 3 weekly campaigns, you can head over to Jake and Feffers, the YouTube channel. And if you would like to join our chaotic yet wholesome community, Discord's in the chat. We already have a mod-made NPC redemption from the jump, so I'm going to roll now to see who we get. I will not be revealing just yet who that will be, but just know the roll is interesting. Okay, that gives me some time to prepare for that. Let me throw it over to Jared.
Why me? I do not have this energy of which you speak, but today I'll be Gene Brigg, who took a lot of damage last session. He's doing okay, but yeah, I face checked a few hits and they hit pretty hard. So, took a lot of damage, didn't do a lot of damage. Never did get that crit. Anyways, Luna.
What's that like?
Oh yeah, Rip.
Hi, I'm LunaWolfSpirit. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. And Sia obliterated some Hellcats last session. That was pretty fun. Just dealt a lot of thunder damage. And she's feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Pass it to Jake.
Hello, I'm CritFailJake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. I play Dodger, who almost died, but then turned it around and did a murder, and I'm feeling all right.
I got real close.
Reverse.
Yeah. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Big Lion Drake friend is dead, so that's sad, but necessary. Yeah. Taco.
Howdy. This Thursday and every Thursday I continue to be Stonks. But on this particular Thursday I also continue to be Crab. I pinch things. That's all I got. Offbeat, take them away.
What up? My name is Offbeat Outlaw. You can find me on YouTube and TikTok under the exact same name. I am playing Yester Hawthorne, Yeehaw for short. Yeehaw last episode set up the Great Wall of Yester, which long may it rain. And that's kind of about it. He let Dodger deal with the fight entirely by himself, basically, with some help from Sia. And then he stood on a crab. And then and was supported by Gene's amazing auras. That's the gist. Thank you. Hoorah.
I believe that's everyone, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, the party has a little bit of breathing room as many of the guards, now that you guys as kind of the arrowhead managed to fully destroy this assault, this attack on Lord Rammus's manor. Things are quickly coming to a safer environment. People are getting tended to. A lot of the healers are getting a lot of these guards back up. being with all of the diamonds that Lord Rammus has procured over these past couple of weeks. And so there's a bit of a victorious air. Not everyone can be saved, but a lot of people are, and the fact that there's such a wholesale sweep of revivifies, people are in pretty high spirits. Let me switch the music up. What's everyone's kind of takeaway? What are each of your characters? What's it like for your characters post fight? Like, what are some of your isms, mannerisms, and stuff like that? What does that look like for you guys? Aside from crap.
Yester is just sort of wandering around with a bit of a limp. They're getting mauled by a tiger person several times, just assessing the situation, more or less just stressfully pacing about the room, trying to keep his spirits up, but also trying to figure out, well, what the hell happened? Where's Lord Rammus? What are we gonna say to Lord Rammus? That's that energy, that sort of feverish, like, this is a really weird situation to be in overall.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably looking to Stonks as a crab and just wondering when the hell the crab is going to wear off, or if he's ever going to choose to come out of it willingly. Is this permanent? Can Stonks figure out how to make it permanent? Is this his choice? We'll never know.
What about Sia? What is post epic fight, long form battle post Sia look like?
Sia is just kind of wandering around helping out where she can, but there's like kind of a little bit of like just like static electricity still like at the tips of her hair. Like you can kind of see every so often, like some of the storm magic that's just lingering a bit. She's kind of not really thinking about the next step, just making sure that the people that were there, the civilians, are safe and whatnot.
Nice. So. Anyone else?
Gene definitely eyeballed a chair, a really nice, comfy-looking chair in the corner for about 30 seconds before he just sighed and went outside to collect that serial killer he's got hanging on a hook. My dude just wants a break, but like...
You get out there, Gene, and he's still like hog-tied and hanging off of one of the hooks. And he goes, "Oh, you lived. Good job."
Barely. Yeah. We'll see if you can say the same. Just pull it off and drag it back to the room where everybody else is.
How much to free me, please? I don't.
Well, if you say that you're real sorry and you mean it, I'll let you go.
Really?
No.
Oh.
That is not how this works.
Dodger?
I think Dodger just collapsed on the floor and is just resting.
What's your hit points at?
I'm 50 now.
50? Okay.
Because thankfully chat just pumped me full of HP. Yeah.
All right.
But I have absolutely no resources left, so he's drained. So he's just...
Stonks, I want to give you an opportunity to crab around if you would like to crab around.
Yeah. The first thing is that at the return of the serial killer, Stonks crab pinches their pinchers hungrily.
Okay.
And then, like 30 seconds after that, Stonks scutters off into a different room separate from the party.
Okay.
And after about another 30 seconds, you guys just hear
Oh, we can't hear it. We can't hear
from
it.
the other room, just screaming. Just
screaming.
It's so loud, our ears cut it out for us.
Well, I guess we still have the cotton in our ears. We couldn't quite.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, just... What was that, Stonks?
It hurts.
No.
Stonks has gone from a 160 HP crab to a currently 5 HP pile of bones.
Your vision kind of tunnels for a bit near the end of the transformation when the pain hits.
All right. Who here's looking the weakest out of the lot of us?
Probably Stonks.
I mean, do I have to say?
I got three. I've got 3 people who I can target. I got 26 hit points. See ya. Oh wait, but Stonks, we can just give you the long rest potion.
Stonks walks back into the room and goes, "What's going on?
We could say
Drink it. Drink this juice.
What is it? I can't drink."
Hang on, mate.
It's
The spider still has it.
Spider,
we
give
don't-
it here.
We don't really need it.
But we need to make Stonks better. Look at him.
I'm
His
fine.
bones are revealing in their marrow.
Stonks, you look pretty banged up. What does that look like for a skeleton?
No different.
All right.
Identical.
Well, fine.
All his pain is psychological. until he
I
dies.
only take psychic damage.
I will.
If we heal him up, we can. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, if you need it for testing, which probably makes the most sense, I can cast aid on 3 of us. Who's got lowest currently? I got 26 hit points. Gene, how many you got? If I was to rate this on a scale of one number to another number, where would you put yourself?
Out of 105% efficiency, I'm at a 45%.
All right. 105%, you're at 45.
I can't work under these conditions.
Dodger, see ya.
I sent my sibling to school, not me.
I'm about half. I'm all right.
I'm also about half.
All right.
I'm doing all right.
I'm at a quarter. So Stonks, me, and at the very least, Gene, Dodger, you were the one who was in the fray the longest, so you can get some of this. I'm gonna cast Aid at 6th level. Everyone gets 25 hit points, and your max HP increases by 25.
How many hit points?
25. Just it's me, Stonks, and Dodger.
Okay. You guys all kind of reconvene a little bit, and a small, portly man kind of pokes his head into the room and kind of goes, "Hey,
Who are you?
oh, I'm one of the staff. Just so you know, Lord Rammus is on his way, and he's asking to speak to everybody who was involved with the assisting. Are you guys going to be around for that? Are you available for some questions?
I mean, it's probably the right choice, so yeah.
Okay, I'll let him know. Do you guys need anything? Water, snacks?
Like all of that, and then some probably.
I'll see what we can do. Okay.
Hey, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
All
We
right.
should-
Also,
There's also
heads
some-
up, there's like a crab, giant, huge crab running around. We haven't been able to figure that out yet.
Huge giant crab. Thank you.
Oh, I saw it. It went into the bottom of the lake. It's rested.
He gives you a look of like, he's gonna be thinking about that later. And he goes, thanks.
He was so sleepy. He was such an eepy little boy. He was sleepy. Needed a nap.
Okay.
You think they go out back here?
Shall we amount to something? Shall we question
That's-
our lucky bitch bishop? Sorry, that's an obscure reference.
It's a hard question. Amounting to something, man.
Well, we should probably let
easy,
the
why don't you?
citizens that we saved know that it's all clear at the very least as well.
That seems to be the case, and people seem to be aware.
Okay. Wait, where's Fart?
Cat's with you. Cat's been with you the whole time.
Oh.
Well,
I
it's safe to
gave
say
it-
that it skitters around and runs away and when it needs to.
Oh no, I gave it to that lady to take care
That's
of while we
right.
went. into the-
That's
Rebecca.
right.
Oh, dead. Shouldn't have given it to her. She ate him.
Oh.
The cat does appear on its own a
Okay.
little bit later. It's not so much that you see it like prowl into the room. You just kind of look over and it's there, like, licking its paw.
Gonna put him on my shoulder. Don't. All right, good job. Let's question another cat now.
Okay.
Present the lucky bitch.
Dodger, you bring forth the specter of Lucky Bitch up with your mechanical means, Ghostbuster style, and
It just like starts, it like crawling, and it's just like a head. Just...
Oh God, I hate that.
Oh, this is vile. This is actually vile.
It's a work in progress. I'll figure something out. This is just a prototype,
We like put a bag over its head. It's disgusting. It's leaking. Why is it leaking blood?
I mean, he's been decapitated, so it's gonna. Anyway, all right.
All right, but cauterization process is needed for this.
Starts writing down notes of improving.
So if I'm
Cauterization.
to remember
Got it,
correctly,
all right.
Jake, you have unlimited questions until your next long rest.
He has to obey me until my
Okay.
Did you write down all the questions we last
I wrote
before the
down,
session ended?
yes.
Because I don't remember any of them now.
We had one question was, who's your second? We had, where's Rammus? And what part do the other two crime lords play in this invasion specifically? Who would like to ask the questions? Also, I know Jared had a question that he refused to tell me.
That's right.
I've been chewing on that. I eventually gave up on trying to figure out what it would be.
Probably be best if Dodger did the asking.
Yeah. All right, mate. Who's your second?
Sonny Pouts. Sonny Pouts. He was my second.
What's he pouting about?
A lot of yeah voices running around right now. Sonny Pouts.
He ran off before we could start the invasion.
Why'd it run off?
He's a coward. He said we couldn't do it.
Seems like he's the only smart one.
Well, that is a lead we can get to at the very least.
What was the other? What are the other two's names?
Shiny
than-
Connor and Papa Thompson.
What Shiny Connor and Papa Thompson got to do with this whole plan? What's their involvement?
They edged me out. They...
Oh?
Shut up.
They what?
Shiny Connor's like,
You're doing such a good job, Cat.
They left me out to die.
After edging you.
They had no part in this. They have become my enemies. They betrayed me.
Oh? How'd they do that?
Yeah, so
he goes on to explain how once Stonks did what he did, and not he had no knowledge of Stonks' involvement, but once that first domino tipped and Stonks managed to assist with kind of kneecapping his hold over Redmine, and I believe, if I'm correct here, feel free to correct me here, Taco, you funded and bolstered the lawful good sheriff in town with useful people, good money, but with a directive of focusing his arrests and his efforts on Lucky Bitch Bishop.
Yeah, it was, I give you money, you don't have to do anything illegal, but you have to target this dude specifically.
And then once my people started turning on me, the other two pounced and cut me out. Bastards.
Furiously avoiding edging jokes.
So was this all a ploy to get back in their good graces, or what was this?
This was revenge.
Oh no.
Lord Rammus, for ruining me.
Oh, for the fairies, right? All right.
Yes. I'm ruined. Ruined.
I mean, now even more so because you're dead.
What?
Looks around at the decapitated head on a spider mech and goes, ah! It's cold.
I'd imagine so. You are ahead. So no
Finally.
fight.
Look at you.
It is likely he does not know where Rammus is, but you're welcome to try.
I mean, we're about to meet him anyway.
What do you know about this potion here?
The Huffers were onto something, and Lord Rammus couldn't have that. And so he spent good money to take their chemist, their head chemist, and put him to work in a suitable environment. Something about having no need for diamonds when he's done. God, my nose itches.
Oh yeah, no problem. Gotcha.
Gross.
Look between the eyes afterwards.
Gene, if you want to ask your question.
All right. This will probably go very quickly. All right, I'll walk over towards the head where the head's at. I'll just lock eyes for a second. What's the average wind speed of an unladen sweat?
I don't know. I don't know that.
Who is Crooked Feather?
Got him. We're gonna go to break.
Yeah, right. I'm thinking. Because I want to give you more than just I don't know.
I was expecting a I don't know. So
I know.
Attempts to shrug, but has
Feather's
no.
a bane on everyone who has more money than him. He is an owlin. I know this much. His underlings never meet him. Not face to face in any way that can be used against him. He has the ability to disappear into nothing and reappear elsewhere. I don't know more than that.
How do you know that he can disappear? and
Because we
reappear?
almost had him. Years back, when everything made sense. Before Lord Rammus appeared out of nowhere carrying a name that mattered. We hunted him down to a tattoo parlor. And I got to see him. I saw him. And he disappeared. He mocked us.
You say disappear. Are you saying he literally teleported, went invisible, what, magical, or did he just vanish?
He faded into either a teleportation or invisibility, I don't know which. But we were not able to hunt him down from there, so I do not believe it was teleportation. I do not believe it was invisibility. All traces went cold, but that was the closest we ever got.
How did you track him down?
We had a tip from an anonymous individual, probably the Court of the Path. We intercepted it.
The butler walks in with a pitcher and goes, "I'll come back later."
Oh no! Leave the
that's-
snacks. Leave the
It's
snacks.
not what it looks like. It's not.
We're not
think it's
injured
a
him,
little
I
late for
promise.
that.
Like puts it on the floor by the door and just dips.
Alright. Tell us a little more about yourself. Why did you refuse to work with Lord Rammus in any capacity?
Because he's an upstart fool. He just wants everything. He doesn't have any semblance of working with people of power. He wants all the power for himself. He's up to something. He's up to something.
Source? Just trust me, bro. Classic. Well,
he hates,
you're dead.
He hates the pride but he never shows it. He hates them.
Once again, I'm asking for a source. Did you learn this? Did someone tell you this?
I found out that his family was allowed to die.
What is that supposed to mean?
All I know is that long ago in New Saren, he had a home with his family when he was younger, and
he appears to be trying not to speak, but can't seem to help it.
There was something happened, I don't know, and the Pride could have stepped in, but they didn't, and the family name died. Years later, he reappears. He must hate the Pride. And yet he puts himself into the politic game.
Maybe he doesn't hate the Pride.
Oh, could he not?
Because some people have a moral standing that means that they can justify and empathize with other people's perspectives, and maybe there's something about the situation we don't know. Maybe he agrees with the decision to let him die.
Beyond Lucky Bitch Bishop's comprehension.
So your source is, well, at least we got some information. There was something went down at New Saren. Lord Rammus got involved, probably died. Family died with him, and now we're here.
How long ago is this approximately?
About 18 to 20 years ago. So you're from Saren, not New Saren, but you would have remembered.
I am from New Saren.
My apologies.
I left and went to Saren.
That's right. But you would have. This would strike a little bit of a memory for you, but the name wasn't Rammus.
Can I make a history check for the name? 16.
You got the last name, Lewalt. 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 Lewalt.
L-A-W-T?
Lawalt. Lewalt.
And they were a well-to-do family at that time?
Yeah, they were a noble family. Sorry, they were a wealthy family. They weren't nobility. They weren't in the politics. They were just wealthy. Lord Rammus is one of the few individuals who's not a member of the Pride, who doesn't have a lineage that goes back to this Leonin family that came out of the plains to the north near Woman High Lake. Yeah. So, Dodger, you begin to see. Go ahead.
About 18 to 20 years ago, there was an incident in New Saren with the LuWolf family. Matches that very description. Wiped the whole family out.
Well, that's definitely something we need to look into then. How did you know how to attack the trains?
Rammus is smart, but he's not that smart. He did not put in enough magical protection for his trains. A lot of security issues with those things, I believed. Maybe he thought we were above hurting innocents. It was easy. Once we had confirmation that he wasn't home, we moved our people into position. And now everyone knows the trains aren't safe. Maybe a nice slow-moving barge or a ferry might be.
And then he has the moment of like, shit, I'm dead. Wait a minute.
Well, that's probably not going to happen. The incident will be reported, but we're going to reveal that it was you, and that it was an act of terror committed by a lucky bitch bishop. He's now dead.
It was me.
He was dead.
I'll be remembered.
Or we could tell me it was some, just
what if we
idiot
pin it on
ruffian
somebody?
and be forgotten forever.
Yeah, we could.
What about that pout fella? We could do him.
Yeah.
Hey, Gene, or what about that, what about that guy who's, like, on trial for something? Like, who's that?
Oh, yeah.
We could pin
He's
it on
gonna hang
him.
anyway, so, like...
hush. I'll let little Rammus. We should let little Rammus spin it however he pleases. Maybe he's too noble or whatever, but there's a way out of this one.
You think we should let Rammus ask him questions too?
Oh, of course. That depends on Rammus's stomach for this sort of situation, but the very
right.
Who planted the immovable rod?
We blackmailed an individual who was just running around with two of them. He was a fool. He went by the Sauce Boss.
Ah, I stole his scarf.
He was ruined and desperate.
Yeah, discovered prestidigitation. Kinda ruined his whole business model.
So in a way, this is all your fault then.
No.
Now?
That's not how that works, actually.
Not at all.
Like that's kind of like that'd be like blaming the metal in the ground for the bullet that shoots somebody. But at the very least, what questions do we want to give this little bastard? I can't really think of any of that. The options are endless and therefore limited.
I have another serious question. While he can't dodge, it's grave. How do you feel about catnip? Just curious.
Do not debase me with your feline presumptions.
I pull out the
Everybody
cat
got
toy I
any-
used earlier.
I was gonna say, but I got any on him? Like,
His eyes are just like,
I see Tabaxi all the time, so like, if I need to interrogate, it'd be good to know if I could just get some catnip. That's a fairly humane way to do it.
Yes, drug your captives.
You promised them the catnip.
Well, I was about to say, I was typing this out when you said that. I was like, us and catnip is gonna turn into the fucking CIA and LSD. Oh, they thought it could be a truth serum.
what are your thoughts on skooma?
My worlds, they're mixing.
You have wares of we have coin and what?
Kaji, this has been enough.
Well, we know now that we know why he attacked. We know who did it. We know about Crooked Feather. We know about Rammus a little bit more. We know that this guy's just a little bit of a bastard, so we know we have motive. Do you know about mirrors? And I mean fancy ones.
Gives
with
you a
creatures
puzzled
inside of
look.
them? Damn it.
He's not smart enough for the mirror shenanigans.
That's fair. Those are complicated. Well, we can just hang out with him now.
Okay.
How does Fart feel about the ghost cat? Can Fart perceive the ghost cat?
Everyone can perceive Ghost Cat. And Fart is not super interested in Ghost Cat. Kind of grossed out by decapitated head on a spider. Getting Toy Story flashbacks.
Oh God.
Exactly.
I mean, it is a cat. If it wants a snack, it could just eat some of the dead people lying around. If I can develop this thing's taste for human flesh, can it become a sidekick?
Anyway, you guys have a little bit of time before you move towards the Lord Rammus meeting. What would you like to do?
Like a short rest amount of time?
Not that much time.
There's a very important matter that we need to solve.
Oh.
How is Stonks with his lycanthropy problem? Did that carry over from?
Oh yeah, I'm aware of skeleton. I forgot
I've
about
been
that.
sitting on that. We got you. Not sure yet.
I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'll dig into my bag and pull out like a weird syringe EpiPen thing.
Okay.
This'll do the trick.
What? I stab it into my femur, no questions asked.
It's technically a handful lay on hands to cure disease. Was it like 5 or 15?
5.
Stonks,
5.
roll a con save or a con check.
Oh, a con check.
Jack, you.
A con check?
Mm-hmm.
Why not a con save? I get all these ASIs and I don't even get to use them?
All right, yeah, con save, whatever. Fuck it. It ain't that deep.
All that good con save you did for Whistle.
Oh, it's pretty deep there, brother. That takes me from a +3 to a +7. I'm still gonna roll a 1.
Add 5 as well, because Gene.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, that.
Plus 5.
15 before Gene, so dirty 20.
Nice. You successfully
Become werewolf.
No.
Oh.
You successfully fend off the curse that is laid upon you through Gene's help.
Oh. Well, that was not a cure curse.
That was not a remove curse.
No, it was not. That was a cure disease.
So I feel real strong.
My apologies.
So we gotta
You
decide
feel
if
great.
it's a disease or a curse.
You feel great, Stonks. And you're not sure. It's safe to assume that it worked.
Oh, never mind. It was a remove curse.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
Might as well.
Uh,
No, it is now because I expended a spell slot to do it.
Oh, okay.
Because I happen to have that prepared.
So you're no longer cursed with lycanthropy.
Well, she choose to fail.
Also true.
I don't want to figure out how furry skeleton stonks would go.
Not
No
gonna
flesh,
lie.
but fur.
I mean,
Go ahead, Sue.
Sorry, not gonna lie. I'm surprised everyone didn't just start stabbing him with silver knives because that happened last time. We had to like.
Hey,
Uh,
you knew you were a hairless werewolf, and you didn't. tell
Not
us,
at first.
and I figured you out.
I didn't know first.
what we do know for certain is that Stunks would also be a hairless werewolf.
Just like Dodger.
True.
We also did not have any
Dodger.
means to remove your.
Can you imagine if what was your character's name last time, Luna?
Farron.
If Farron was just like, oh, hey guys, I learned a cool new thing about me. I'm also a werewolf. And we're like, ah, that's cute. Remove curse. Cool character trait, Luna.
I did look up just now to see if it was considered a curse or a disease, and it says that remove curse doesn't work, but it's something you're born with, because then it's basically part of your race.
Right.
Well, I was not born with it.
Right.
Works for you.
Maybe it's
I
enabling.
was.
Oh, wait a minute.
But we all knew wish spell, so we still could have been like, I wish you weren't a werewolf anymore.
True, but
No.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's like lycanthropy. Maybelline.
The new line.
What spell slot? What spell level did you use?
Whatever it is, third
Third.
standard remove curse spell slot.
It might not actually work.
Watson, get that out of my DMs.
No, you don't like the shaggy skeleton? Look at
No.
him. He's so fuzzy. He's so huggable.
Aww.
You,
So much texture.
I bet this one gives great hugs.
Like hugging a carpet.
Nope, it works. It was advanced lycanthropy.
It's advanced.
It went to college.
Okay. The stairs that everyone's kind of perched on, having this conversation. You hear them all some kind of clicking mechanism on each step all the way up to the door. And then the door you hear, and the door is opened by a plasmoid of all things. It's a goo person. Kind of looks in, kind of looks around at all the wreckage and death and goes, Lord Rammus will see you now.
Well, about time.
Great.
No one has ever seen a plasmoid before.
Oh.
Why are you made of goo?
Why are you made of flesh? Why aren't you
I'm
made of flesh?
I've evolved past the need for flesh.
She saw a donut once and it
I
blew her
exist
away.
That is quite
outside of
impressive.
time.
It's got a little vest on, and that's about it. Everything else is just goo.
Is it humanoid shaped?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if
Excellent
this
posture.
If
Does
this
it have
is a,
secondary sex characteristics?
What were we saying, Offbeat?
I mean, I am asking if it has things like hair, facial hair,
nope.
breasts, things that indicate gender.
Just goo. Bipedal
Just gabagoo.
Amorphous.
well, as long as this is a situation that you're happy with, good on you, I guess. Just a new orientation of humanoid life. This is Stonks. He's a skeleton. I shouldn't be saying much. Let's get going, I guess.
Okay. You guys are brought into the second floor of Lord Rammus's estates. Everything is very nice up here and untouched. You can see various long rooms with long tables, and at one point you pass by a amphitheater, kind of a smaller amphitheater. And the last thing you pass by is actually like a small boxing ring. Just all of the niceties that come with this level of wealth. A huge skeletal dragon hanging in one room. Before you're brought into this very ornate, high-ceilinged office, big chandelier. And Vloxen, you go ahead and post a picture of Lord Rammus. Lord Rammus is entering this office from a different door as you guys are walking in. And, again, surprisingly young. Clean shaven, kind of long, wavy blonde hair, dressed very well to do. Cane that he probably doesn't need. He walks in, he's saying something over his shoulder. And you can cancel my appointments, thank you. Hello.
Howdy.
Please, have a seat. He goes to his big ornate desk and kind of I'm to understand that you individuals had a hand in saving my men.
Oh. One. Two. Your ghost bartender is floating in the middle of the lake, and he's waiting for you.
That is excellent news. And
he sank with the train, and I stayed on the car until I could dislodge the bar.
I cannot
out.
thank you enough. That is a boon indeed. And he writes a note, and you see he opens up a slot in the desk, and he puts the note in a canister and closes the slot. I'll have that taken care of immediately, thank you. He's a good friend of mine. Please recount to me all of this that has transpired.
Well, Somebody destroyed your train using an immovable rod. Was blackmailed by now don't freak out. We kind of killed the person who did it, and we've reanimated their body, sort of. Dodger revealed the.
It's a bit grotesque, but it's a prototype. I'm still working out the kinks and all that. So don't be alarmed. Spiderhead crawls up the side of the desk and onto it.
Is it still leaking? Is it still?
He has a moment of
whatever.
like very guarded surprise and revulsion, but he handles it well. And he goes,
This is Lucky Bitch Bishop. Was Lucky Bitch Bishop. Now he's a very helpful specter.
Hey, you listen here. You answer any questions he's got, right? He's got to do what I say.
At the very least, we arrived after the immovable rod destroyed the train. We arrived in your donut exterior of this lake sort of situation. We escaped using some teleportation, and I did our best to save as many citizens as we could. Brought them here, and then we ran through this place looking for, well, the person who started it, trying to kill them, and end this siege on your estate. And that's as much as I can tell you, at the very least. The head should tell you the rest.
sounds like you have acted within the efficiency of a model citizen. I appreciate you all, and I thank you all for what you have done for me and mine. I do have a few questions for the cat, but we'll get to that in a second. First and foremost, I believe in settling my debts. I am currently indebted to you all, and I would say that I would like to give you a few gifts as thanks. Are we amenable?
I like gifts.
Cool. I appreciate gifts.
On the gifts, if they're pastries, they better be real good.
I like where your head's at. What is your name, sir?
Gene.
Bounty hunter, right? And that would make you see a Stormflare.
Yes, sir.
I've been hearing a little bit about this posse that has formed, making a difference in the world. I half expected to be coming at odd ends to you folk, but it turns out you're on the up and up. This is a relief. You are on the up and up, right?
Doing our best.
We do party.
Well, that's good.
Define up and up. There's a separate
Within the
hand tied to
parameters
a
of the
robot
law.
body.
Oh, I thought you were talking about drugs. My bad. We don't party.
Skeleton, well-dressed, canary in the head. Your stonks.
Know many other skeletons?
I would like to have a word with you in private real quick. If that is alright, if everyone else could step out for a second.
Yes, sir, the adults need to talk.
Oh, but I want to stay.
Go to your room.
It is of a personal nature for Stonks, if he is alright with everyone else who's staying in the room. It is a bit
yeah, sure.
embarrassing, if I do say so myself.
What, are you going to show him pictures of my pelvis?
I've already seen that. The silence.
I
think we've all seen it.
I have many ears to the ground, Stonks. I have
Okay.
many individuals in many important places gathering information. This is kind of the way of the politics around here, unfortunately, but it does allow me to give you this. And he pulls out a piece. He writes something and has something fetched, and he gives you a slip of paper. Slides it across the table to you. It is the signature that you gave the teller when you went to speak with Shiny Connor.
Okay.
I have my hands in many of the banks, as you might infer. Somebody tried to move your money around, Stonks.
Is the signature forged or is it mine?
It is yours. If you recall, there was a very interested individual who walked you to Shiny Connor in the capital and asked for your autograph.
Oh, okay.
And that was used against you, but Lord Rammus intervened.
Neat.
He's waiting
how do
to
you-
see a reaction of some kind from you.
It didn't move?
Thanks to me.
Oh. Do you also want an autograph?
I mean, if we're talking autographs, I'd love one. But honestly, I like hold up my
Make
book.
sure I do
I'd
it on
say
a
with
dotted
the-
line at the bottom of the long piece of paper.
The paper's not big enough. Here, take this checkbook. What's that?
Yester, remind me to make a different signature for autograph.
Will do. I suggest the little skull and crossbones.
That was a
You see that
genuine.
he's
That was a genuine ask from Dodger though, for an autograph.
Yeah, he politely declined.
Can I persuade him in some way?
I would say with the given context of an autograph having just been used against him, no. Or against Stonks.
We're on the up and up.
Are you?
I mean, yes. My character, in fact, is like.
Stonks,
I mean,
he
we just
is-
saved your
he-
place.
What is this book you've got here?
This is Finnegan's Wake.
I'm sorry.
It's just my book, Finnegan's Wake. No one seems to be able to make any sense of it. But I like to keep notes and other such things. It's kind of my personal.
Well, I don't mean to cause any consternation, but I am going to refrain from putting my signature in anything that I don't personally have vetted by my lawyers. It's just a matter
You're
of
suggesting your
professionalism.
lawyers could make sense of Finnegan's Wake?
I mean, they're pretty clever. What you got there? Let me take a look.
I'll hand it over.
Oh God. Okay.
I'd be careful when reading that.
Why is that?
It gave me an aneurysm when I looked at it.
He's gonna look now to Dodger, chuckle a little bit, and hand you the book back.
He don't mean nothing by it, but he's the only one who's ever looked at that thing and not immediately had a splitting headache.
I understand.
Speaking of which, can I have another go, Dodger?
Man. The pride sounded easy enough.
Make an insight check, Dodger, upon saying that.
Could I also make an insight check?
Why?
Because I'm looking at him.
Sure. Given the context that you were just given by the lucky bitch.
Can I make a
Consternate,
medicine
not
check?
constipate, Stonks.
I know, that's
18.
So silly.
18.
I got-
You see a small tell when you mention the pride. Very, very guarded. This individual is incredibly hard to get any insight on, Lord Rammus, but you do see his eyes flick to something in the room.
I got a 22.
22? Okay. You don't look right away, but you'll be able to see what he looked at. He's still awaiting for something from Stonks, for helping with your. Basically, you were almost bankrupt for a second there, and Rammus saved you.
And you almost didn't have a house.
I know. Very
I will say.
interested in balancing scales. He's not looking for something, he's looking for a reaction of some kind.
I turn to Yester and I say, Yester, I think he thinks I owe him a life debt. Think he wants a Jar Jar.
Is that the case, Rammus?
Of
Or
course
you
not.
try?
You see him
Well, I mean-
starting to think twice about this group.
Well, Stonks, well, you saved his money. Thank you. We saved your house. I think that's even Stevens, to the very least, if that's what your feeling?
Hardly. I still intend to thank you kindly and give you a few trinkets.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I am entirely confused, and I don't understand social interaction.
It's
I'm trying to
not
get a read
it's
on
not an
him.
exchange. Yeah, he is hard to read. That is kind of a huge part of this character. He's looking for, well, he was, now not so much. He's looking for some kind of capitulation. There's friend. He's trying to garner a friendship here.
He's transactional.
Oh, see, we're so used to dealing with bad people that I immediately was like, "Oh, I'm getting extorted."
I see. He's
this
unveiling others' extortion to you.
Okay. Yeah, because this is how Taco read this. I read this as, "Hey, someone almost stole all your money. I stopped that though. Isn't that cool?" What
That is
what do you
kind
have
of
to
the
say
play
about
here.
that?
That is kind of the play here.
I could also just steal it all. I could have let it happen. I might next time.
That he's flexing a little bit on the amount of power he has within Windfall.
Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Thank you for that. It is greatly appreciated. 2, assumed it was extortion. We deal with shady folks who try to get out of shady
My friend,
situations.
I would not extort a fellow entrepreneur. Not when there's so much to be gained.
Stonks flexes.
The amount of times that we've been attempted to pickpocketed or attempted
Oh my.
robbery, attempted bank robbery, attempted everything, attempted assassination. The list goes on and on.
We stopped a bank robbery.
We did stop a bank
We walked
robbery.
by the bank and they ran out with only my money.
Yeah, we did.
Also, every child's a pickpocket.
Yeah, you need to look at that town. They got these rugrats running around trying to
The
steal everyone's
capital
money.
is very much beyond my reach at the moment.
How do you feel about public schools?
I would say it would be a fantastic endeavor for the Pride to put their hands into. Instead, they don't. They remain inactive, focused solely on the growth of their city, which in itself is noble, albeit a bit
short-sighted.
Suffocating. I should tell you, I am currently petitioning the removal of the smokestacks so that we might have a better living conditions for the people down in the stickier part of the capital.
Will that remove? Would you be replacing that with some sort of jobs of some kind in there as well? If you remove the smokestacks, because otherwise they won't be breathing in soot, but they'll be unemployed.
We have many different options we're still exploring.
You know, have you ever heard of something called UBI, or Universal Basic Income?
Tell me more.
Well, basically, what you do is you give all your people the needs and necessities for their basic expenditures. You know, food, housing, water, and whatnot. You give them that money every month or so. They then spend that money on those basic necessities, which then leaves them with more money for themselves to spend on doohickeys, gizmos, and whatchamacallits for themselves, which stimulates further growth within the city and the economy. It drains the economy. It drains the surplus money at the top of of those people. If you require you to tax them, but it keeps the economic system actually running, because instead of waiting for glorious cream to trickle down, you can actually just take it and put it at the bottom. So that way
this would involve seizing the market itself and changing its fundamental functions.
Yeah, I know I'm a bit of a radical around these parts, but
I like what you're saying.
I know, right? People, I got out. I said that once in a public square, and I was and the cops chased me down for a week. It was annoying. I did also say I fucked the mothers, but that was after they tried to chase me down for a week.
Well, interesting. We should
Yester introduces
If you were
socialism.
if you were to ever write some of these down, I would present them to my team. Because that is very interesting. You do note that what got him interested was seizing the market.
By any means necessary. Yeah. Well, at the very least, yeah, the stack. Oh, do you know anything about Crooked Feather, by the way? Anything at all?
Crooked Feather has long since tried to get his hands on me. Can't say I've learned too much about him, but I know that he runs the black market in the capital. He also, excuse me, he also has a hand in a couple of the gangs, many of the less organized. There is a ruin to the south of us. This ruin you guys would know about. I understand that many of his reaches have been in that direction of late.
Well, that's interesting news. He's been continuously trying to get at stonks for the better part of the past couple of days now. Assassination attempts, bounties. I have a mind to think that the whole train was his idea.
He looks to Dodger and goes, I never caught your name. My apologies.
My name's Dodger.
Dodger, you seem to be of a mechanical sort.
That's right.
I do believe I have worked with someone who has mentioned you before. Is Obadiah? Do you know an Obadiah?
That's me mentor.
Brilliant mind. Seems like
That's right.
he was very helpful to me in creating my trains. Had many interesting breakthroughs in technology. That I'm
doesn't
sure.
surprise me.
If you see him before I do, please send him my regards. What are your intentions? What do the lot of you plan to do next?
Well, honestly, we're currently chasing a lead down to Bitter Post.
Bitter Post.
I'm from there, actually. Ever been to the Western House of Respectable Escorts? Do you frequent a brothel?
I hear it's very
Have you
respectable.
fucked my mother?
Anyway, that's my mama's place, is where I grew up at the very least. We're chasing down some sort of mirror thingy. I don't know if that rings any bells to you, but there's an attempted attack in the capital. Well, not attempted, a successful attack in the capital on the mirror's mark. Some entity lunged itself out from the mirrors, shattering them and killing Antioch's nephew, kid, son thing.
That is disturbing news. Antioch is a bit volatile.
Indeed, but I've got the culprit's cat. He's mine now, though. His name's Fart. And we're on apparently he's headed towards Bitter Post, some sort of automaton creature. So, hopefully we can capture him, figure out what's going on with those mirrors at the very least. But do you know anything? You seem to be dabbling in arcane entities and things that might be a little beyond what most understand.
Can't say I've heard anything about a magical mirror in a large-scale conspiracy such as this. But back to Bitter Post. I have long had my sights on Bitter Post and its potential. Perhaps you might all be able to help me enrich this fine town.
Well, potentially, in what way are you looking? Because I need to make sure the Western House of Respectable Escorts remains as the jewel of the Bitter Post.
Understandable. There is quite the resource out by those cactus wilds. The needled wilds, sorry. Some very interesting stuff out there that I have already made efforts to put a train station all the way out there, and I'm hoping it gives it a bit of an economic boom. I have my sights more on the Needled Wilds themselves than the city. The city I intend to help and grow. But my ultimate goal is those wilds.
I mean, what are you looking for in the wilds?
As you know, Yester, there is all sorts of strange stuff going on over there. Not only do adventurers die trying to get these rare fruits that the upper echelon back in the capital pay top dollar for, but there's also lots of loot to be found and strange magical stuff going on. Basically, if you survive the Needled Wilds, you're always a bit richer in one way or another.
Well, if you could figure out a way to exploit the Needled Wilds, I'd suggest you'd be capable of many things, but, well, usually adventurers come down there for a quick last shag before they go and make boisterous claims about, oh, you wait, I'll come back here in a week, and then, well, obviously, my sisters all know what happens next. They die. So, we get their last coin, effectively.
That's clever. Well, you got a man to hunt down, so I won't take too much more of your time. But this conspiracy with this mirror has me concerned. Whatever you do find, if you would send that information on over to me, I would be most appreciative.
Well, I hope you can understand, Rammus, you're a capitalist. Information ain't free. And I do hope that we can engage in some sort of trading of information.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Speaking of settling debts, an individual walks in and starts laying out a few interesting things for Sia. A small bag. Roll a d4 plus 4. The bullets of Althamon.
You said D4 plus 4.
That's correct.
Be an 8.
Whew. All right.
Yeah.
A small bag of bullets of arcane make, not affiliated with Dodger in this case, which is wild. But some very interesting bullets with some very interesting capabilities, which we can get into more later. For Dodger, an interesting set of not cufflinks, but kind of these bracer-esque wristbands. They are the illusionist bracers. For Dodger, some shaded lenses that help boost your perception. For Stonks, these are cufflinks. These are the bracers of defense, but are actually just very nice cufflinks. And Yester, let me pull up the thing real quick. It is a ring of some kind. This is the ring of spell storing.
How nifty.
I hope this goes a long way towards ensuring our future coexistence. I am very appreciative, but I also consider this even. Looks to Stonks questioningly. Excellent. Well, if ever you need me, you know where I am. Or at least you know where you can find some sanctuary for a time. Will you be taking the trains, or shall I have some horses gathered for you? I will be revisiting our defenses for our trains.
Assuming they're not arcane in nature, just put them in an anti-magic train.
An anti-magic field in front of the train and around the train. That might do a few tricks.
Another thing you could do is give people detect magic, be your security guards.
Or we have everyone go through a very long line where we look at them with the technology. If it does result in a fantasy TSA, that would make this train attack fantasy something else.
I would not be able to put an anti-magic field over the train itself for reasons I cannot get into, but if I can have an ongoing magic field in front of the
magic
train.
trains, Yester says loudly.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about, he says with a smile.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not magic. Got a little wizard in there or something?
No wizards. I'll tell you that much. Is there anything else I can do for you, gentlemen and lady?
Honestly, if we could have like a room for the night, just so we can rest up before heading out. We're all quite tired.
That can be arranged. All right.
That head on a spider like attempts to lick itself, but it can't because it's just.
If you would leave this abomination with me, I will have a few questions for him before you take your rest for the night.
Well, like you said, Rammus, information ain't free, right?
What would you require? Now you may roll persuasion.
Why are we like
earned-
We have things we want, and we will get them.
22.
All right, hand over your weird book.
Is it just the same page with the Leonin signature?
Yeah, they're all in a it's just gonna be a list of like a a Disney princess autograph book that you take to Disney and just all of them on there.
Sure.
Without
all the leading political figures of Windfall.
without looking too much into the book, you see he with some flair and goes, "It's an easy price to pay, my friend."
Thanks for your soul.
We don't have your soul. We
He's
just-
joking.
He's
I look forward to our future endeavors.
Yeah. Samesies.
If you don't mind, I have many more people to talk to before this night is up.
All right, have a good night then. Where's the room so we can take our nap?
My plasmoid friend will bring you to it.
Plasmoid, so that's what that is.
Indeed. As you guys are walking out, let's get a perception check from the party.
Yeah.
We're all so bad at
27.
these, except for one of us. Cheeky 9.
Cheeky 9.
14.
18.
15, 14,
10.
10,
18 for me.
18, and a 27 from Stonks.
Dodger is busy as he walks the door. He doesn't notice because he's writing hi #pen pals to Rammus, and that will then flash up. He knows sending. He can respond. He can send sending it will to Rammus.
How did you get my number?
You gave it to me. Small price to pay, am I right?
Draw a little heart. Draw a little heart.
Little heart.
Start writing in fan fiction.
Gene and Stonks, the last thing you hear as the plasmoid is closing the door behind you, everyone else is distracted by the Mindfire group, which is up next in the line of questioning. Now, bitch, you're gonna tell me everything you know about the words of power. And the door closes behind you. And that's where we're gonna go to break.
Woo!
We'll be right back, chat.
See you soon, chat.
And we are back. The plasmoid. Let me turn the music down a little bit. The plasmoid ushers you through a few hallways and stuff like that until you find yourselves next to this very high door and gestures for you to enter. Inside you find multiple bed chambers that are very nice, and by the door a little bell. In the common room there's a balcony overlooking the lake, and just furnished very nice, very high ceilings again, a little echoey, a lot of hard floors of marble, a rug here and there, but mostly just kind of, you got the couches on one side, small wine, a wine bank, no, cellar, not really, it's just a stash with a little wet bar. If there's anything else you need, just ring the bell and I'll be along shortly. My name's Jameson, by the way. It's nice to meet you all. Kind of blobs. There's a little,
Nice to meet you,
there's a little
Jameson.
squish bow. All right, well, have a good rest of your evening. Close the
Good
door
night.
behind them.
Is there a hot tub?
There's not a hot tub.
Is there a heart-shaped bed?
No.
What place is this?
The Rock and Stone had better accommodations than this.
I don't
I'm sorry,
suppose any of you have ever heard of words of power. I will say that after Sia says her thing. Put a pause on my plot conversation starter.
I find it mighty fine that we have our own rooms.
Yeah, that
To
is
be
true.
fair.
In all fairness, make a valid point, Sia. I can understand that Stonks and our sleeping ritual is somewhat uncomfortable for others to perceive.
It's a bit more
It's-
than uncomfortable.
It's mainly noisy, you know. It's a lot
Yeah.
of clanking and clinking.
Yeah.
Random bursts of music. Oh, we
Shouts a
lost.
song.
We lost Sia. Luna's stuck in
That face is
That's
perfect,
a good
though.
one.
And just a little too uncomfortable, you know.
All right, let's do the thing where we all will her to come back. Ready, everyone, all together.
Senpai!
God, let's go.
Worked though. Look at that.
We're 2 for 2.
Gene, looked like you were about to say something.
Yeah, I don't suppose any of y'all have ever heard of words of power.
No one has ever heard of the words of power.
No. What the hell is that? Is that a band?
I mean, it could be just a really nice motivational speech. I don't know, but Rammus is being real hush-hush about it. By hush-hush, I mean he just waited for us to leave before he started talking about it.
Dodger will send another message to Rammus. It just says, please just send the spider back when you're done.
Okay. You don't get a response.
Right, yeah, I need to continue like fixing and tinkering it.
Where's the power?
Powerful words.
Stonks, I don't suppose you have any inclination of what this is, considering you knew about a donut?
God?
Not to your reckoning.
No.
You've been on this planet for who knows how long, and you don't know anything about words of power.
Sticks and stones. I've played a character. I could have just been saying my character names. I just realized that.
Yep. Would they know? Would they know about the?
Feel like that's something Antioch might know about.
It's a fair assessment.
Well, and if Rammus thinks the bitch knows about it, then I guess China Connor and Papa Thompson probably also know about the words of power.
Or they don't. Like, what do they know?
I mean, if they don't, they don't, but Rammus seems to think that the lucky bitch knows about them, and Frankly, Lucky Bitch seems like the most loose cannon of them all and wouldn't miss on an opportunity to gloat to those lesser than him, so I imagine he mentioned it a few times at the very least, and if he mentioned it, China Connor's not the type to not look up on such a potentially juicy, powerful thing. I don't know, seems weird. And if they know, then Crooked Feather knows.
And if Crooked Feather knows, then I got nothing.
You made a good attempt.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to do with the rest of your evening?
Stonks, how many spells you got left?
Not a lot, homie. Let me look.
Tired Stonk sounds different.
I have 1 3rd level slot.
All right. Before we take a long rest, I'm just gonna try and juice up my rod of absorption again. So
I cast Fireball at...
I can just absorb it.
Surprisingly, there's pretty quickly a knock at the door. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
We were called?
All right.
Why?
What's up?
You hear muffled through the door. Oh, we're set to guard your door in case any more incursions occur. Detentions are high and all that.
All right. Well, I'm just storing up a rod of absorption in here, so
sounds hot.
We're gonna be casting spells. It's a spell casting thing, my dude.
I mean, it was Fireball, so it was hot.
You hear nothing more from the door.
Stonks begins ritual casting Tiny Hut.
I don't like the fact that they can hear
The
us.
rooms are bugged.
Little...
Well, see, I'm sorry, we all have to sleep in the dome.
Damn it!
Unless you want the strangers to watch you sleep.
No.
I got them two-way mirrors. They said they knew nothing of the sort. They were liars.
There is a powder room if you would like to check for a two-way mirror.
I am.
Okay, you go into the powder
Finger
room.
up against.
Yeah, you do the finger check. Does not appear to be a two-way mirror.
I got my eye on you. I've got 24 spells in the rod of absorption. 24 levels. Juicy. Well, I think fucking Yester's gonna lie down, tip his hat over his eyes, and just go to sleep because he's tired.
Yeah,
this is the same day. This has been like a 5-week adventure. This is the same day that Eco Rizflare had a chat with SirFeffers.
Speaking of
The Wizard of Oz.
oh my god. Everyone going to sleep?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am not. I will wait until my spider thing comes back.
So that's kind of difficult because he doesn't lose the boyo until you go to sleep. So he's going to keep using the boyo until you take your long rest.
He'll send a message. All right, send him back now. I need the thing back.
You don't get a response. And you don't get a spider back.
Roger will go out and get it.
Okay. You step out your door and everyone else is asleep? Question mark?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rested.
Mm-hmm.
You step out and you can see the two guards kind of quietly they're not right up against the door, they're on the other side of the hall and a little bit down the way. One of them looks up and goes, "Sir?"
Oh, I need to talk to Rammus. I need my spider bit back.
I'm afraid. They kind of look at each other. It's likely that he's not receiving an audience at this time. We can send a messenger if you would like.
Just take me to the door.
I'm afraid we're not allowed to do that.
Well, I need my property back, so...
Kind of look at each other. And one of them was like...
He's not responded to my message, which is rude.
One of them goes, I mean, they saved all of us. Roll persuasion at advantage.
30.
Good lord. Okay. Right this way, sir. You begin weaving your way through the quiet manor. All the doors are closed. You can see a few of the staff kind of moving about. And you're brought to a waiting room. And we'll contact Rammus immediately. And one of them stays with you, another one steps through a door to your right.
Is that door like directly leading into?
They did not take you to the same location. You're made to wait for some time. Anything you want to do while you wait?
Is sometime a short rest? You sitting there waiting?
We're hitting the 20-minute mark right now. If you wait longer, it might happen. Oh, he's thinking. Excuse me.
All right, I'll continue waiting for a bit.
Okay. A different door opens, and the plasmoid steps in and goes, "Was there something wrong? You didn't ring the bell. I would have been there right away. I'm so sorry. What seems to be the matter?"
Oh, I just need my little monstrosity back.
Ah. He kind of stays. Doesn't really know what to do, so he just kind of stays with you.
Where is he?
I believe being the head of the crime lord is being interrogated as much as it can be until time is up, I guess.
All right. Well, it's been how many hours has it been?
It's been about 2.
I feel like 2 hours has been sufficient time since it can't lie and it answers everything immediately. Because I still need to ask questions of my own. It wasn't an indefinite thing. It was you can ask your questions and then send it back, so I can also ask.
I understand. Okay. Well, hopefully, someone will be in shortly. If it's alright with you, I'm gonna stay with you, to help you navigate the manor, and help you with anything that you might need that I'm capable of helping with.
All right. I plan on just sitting here until.
Okay. Bit of a moment passes. You play chess?
Not in a long while, but I've played before.
All right. Roll an intelligence check.
Okay. Guidance.
I got a 14.
That's a 10.
Okay. Close game, but eventually the plasmoid does defeat you. You're just about to start in on the second game when the door opens back up, and Lord Rammus steps into the room and goes, "Apologies. I am to understand you need the deceased returned to you?"
That's right.
Right. Well, would you care to accompany me as I finish up my interrogations? And then I will return the property back to you.
I mean, how much longer you need to interrogate him for? It's been 2 hours and he tells you everything you need to know immediately. Doesn't lie. Can't lie.
Indeed. I have so many questions. Everything and everything.
I don't think Dodger's going to get a long rest tonight, guys. All right.
All right. You follow him into a room where you find an old-timey elevator. And as it begins lowering into the earth, you can hear the faint trickle of water dripping. Seems that Lord Rammus has a bit of a bunker. I was surprised to see that your messages worked, because I did not give you my actual autograph.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't actually have to be an autograph. It's just a name.
So
as long as
I
the name's in
quickly
there.
learned. He chuckles. Pulls out a pipe, starts smoking it, hands it to you.
Oh, no, thank you.
Suit yourself. You then go through. You find yourself in a cell, a holding cell of a kind. Not like you saw with the Pride family, where they had like an actual faction of torturers or anything like that. It's just kind of a tucked away room, and you do find Lucky Bitch Bishop's head on top of your spider. And there is roughly 30 people in the room, all writing down and passing notes to each other. And you can see a huge wall of yarn and stuff like that connecting various things. And Lord Rammus nods to it, and it's covered up. Go ahead and roll a perception check before what information you do get before it's covered up entirely.
19.
19. Okay. The brunt of it is, how did you find out that we had one of the Huffers, and how did you find out that what we were cooking in there? Do you know what we were cooking in there? What happened to that individual? And stuff like that. You also see Serafina Capello in one corner of the room, quietly, and as you notice her, she kind of waves at you a little bit, doesn't say anything, just kind of nods, and you proceed to sit through very mundane topics that are exhaustive. At one point, coffee is brought out, and you are given a bit of a boost, but it's safe to say about 3 hours in, you're starting to lose your patience.
But I do get a long rest, because I'm just sitting here, light activity.
Short rest? Question mark?
Short rest, yeah. Say short.
I was gonna say, and then he disappears.
Yeah, no, I'm at short rest.
Yeah, you get a short rest under your belt, but you learn everything basically. Not everything, but you learn a lot of how the Lucky Bitch Bishop's whole shtick worked. The money laundering, the various machinations of the criminal underworld. You learn the location of one of the underground organizations that within the capital. You learn of a couple of key individuals, and I can text you those names later. Key individuals that were very important to the underground society, the criminal aspects. But yeah,
what did you say about something?
Go ahead.
What did you say about something under the Capitol?
You learn of an institution where one of the meeting areas for the criminal underground, where different factions can kind of meet peacefully to discuss terms and the like. There's no mention of words of power or anything like that. There's no mention of mirrors. Eventually, Serafina Capello goes, "My lord, I do believe we have exhausted this topic. You should let your people go to bed. They've had a long day." Lord Rammus, if anyone else had said this to him, he would have, bucked. But he looks to her, kind of looks about, and you can see the tired lines on all of his staff working diligently, and he goes, "I believe you're right. Dodger, he's all yours."
Thank you, appreciate it. And thank you for letting me sit on this. Very informative.
You were quite consistent.
Yes, I was.
It's good.
But I think it'll be beneficial having our little group privy to some of this information. I think maybe we can be of service to all this in our travels.
We'll see. You can
We
see.
can always keep in touch.
Don't abuse that. I'll find a way out of it.
We won't, but you can try. That's not how it works.
This is magic, bitch.
Anything you want to do?
I'm gonna take my spider boy and take him back to the room.
All right. As on the way out, Seraphina says, "Say hi to that pretty young redhead of yours for me."
Oh, I will.
You
want me to-
Riz flare.
You want me to pass along any secret private notes? I can pass something along if you'd
I
like.
would not trust.
Why
you
did I
to
go
carry-
southern all of a sudden?
I would. I
I
would not
don't
trust
know.
you to carry such delicate messages.
Because I want to stay as close as friends, and I would never betray a trust like that.
If I had one, I just might give it to you. But instead, send my regards.
All right.
You find yourself walking back with the two guards in the plasmoid, Jameson, and Jameson looks nervous. Just kind of, this is all just a lot for Jameson.
So where'd you learn to play chess like that? You're pretty good.
Self-taught, actually. I actually had to unlearn a lot of things because where I'm from, it's played a lot differently.
Really? That's how so?
Well, he starts going on about, the pawns can go sideways and, and all sorts of nonsense. It starts to sound like a completely different game. But you do learn that he is from Deadweight Way.
That sounds significant, but I can't remember why at the moment.
I think it's something related to Offbeat's dad. Well, Yeehaw's dad.
It's related to Antioch, and it's related to the Mind Flare group that you met with the flaming eyes and the book that was on fire.
Okay.
It's the cursed land that Antioch wiped out.
That checks out since he's a newsman.
Well, anyway, again, if you need anything, I'm up. I'm on the night shift, as it were.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for all your help.
All right, bye. Kind of quickly waddles away.
I will re-enter Bubble for audible safety. And I will then interrogate the head once more on exactly what he told Rammus about the words of power.
Oh, you learn. And yeah, everyone else is doing a snooze. You learned that while Lucky Bitch Bishop was not of any use in this regard, the words of power are something that Lord Rammus has a deep-seated investment in discovering. Ancient words, things like power word kill, power word pain, power word stun, and other ones. These are long lost high level magics that the Endeavor discovered. And since the collapse of the Empire, have been lost.
So, Lucky Bitch Bishop didn't know anything about them.
No.
But I've learned of their existence and what they do and what they're trying to...
It paints a picture that Lord Rammus he just wants it all. He wants everything. He wants control of the people. He wants every castle. He wants to be the one in control of Windfall. And goes to great lengths to seem on the up and up, but is not beyond, for example, having someone attempt to assassinate him, for currying favor with the people. Just finding the gray areas of manipulation. Other things, yeah.
So basically, he's super shady and should not be trusted. Any other pertinent information that happened at the council before I got there? Or was that all power word stuff as well?
Lord Rammus went into detail.
Lord Rammus went into great detail in asking very many questions about the other two, Shiny Connor and Papa Thompson. And I had many answers for him on the intricacies of how he might better his money laundering and how the other factions did it. I gave him everything.
All right, well, now you're going to give it to me.
He proceeds to. You get a vast amount of knowledge about how Shiny Connor and Papa Thompson function and work. Basically, everything he knows about the criminal organization and industry. The root of it is a bit uninspired. You know, they're looking for power, they're looking for wealth. They feel that because they're not Leonin, they were kind of given a closed door to anything legitimate in as far as receiving power goes in this land. They hate the pride. They don't trust Rammus. They won't work with them. But for the most of it, it's the casinos. Papa Thompson and especially Shiny Connor run these casinos. And they have a surprising amount of other business ventures throughout the realm. I'll be sure to clue you in on such things as we go throughout our adventures.
Trying to write everything down.
It's actually a brilliant move to let someone else interrogate the Spectre and then interrogate the Spectre about what the person interrogated them on.
What's important that we don't know and didn't ask you?
Yeah.
Literally.
I'm dumb. Tell me things. So the casinos are a joint operation between Papa Thompson and Shiny Connor.
They own individual casinos. It's not so much joint as it is they have the monopoly on that.
I've written this so many times that I just realized that it's Papa T and Shiny C. And it's just what they're named now.
And Lucky B. Adjective plus noun equals gang member.
Put on the gist of it, and then you can fill me in later.
The only other thing of note is he hired an individual named Loams.
He being
Lucky Bitch. Loams, the name doesn't mean anything to you, but Loams is very much hunting the party.
Just to assassinate?
Mm-hmm.
What's he look like?
Gosh. Hang on.
I mean, if you want to just say, I get his perfect description.
Yeah. He is a furbolg, and you get a brief description of a very unkempt, almost Wookiee-esque vibe. He was also very, very expensive.
The weapon?
Choice of weapon is a long-range sniper rifle.
So we likely won't see him coming.
That one shot count.
You also infer from his interrogation that he does not trust the College of Eloquence, which is interesting and contradictory to what you already knew. Because
Rammus?
Rammus, because he funds the College of what was it? The College of Glamour?
Yeah, glamour? You said eloquence. But
Eloquence. Which are you, Offbeat? Sorry.
I'm eloquence.
All right, College of Glamour. He does not trust the College of Glamour. And he is like the primary founder and financer of this college. College of Glamour also helps run the Myriad. That is the college that Serafina Capello belongs to.
So he owns the Myriad?
No.
What's his connection to the Myriad? Sorry.
His connection to the Myriad is he's just of the gentry, and so he's got a seat there. But the College of Glamour is like the primary people who run the Myriad. And he is one of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Financer?
Top donators.
Yeah.
Financiers.
Yeah, he very much has his fingers in that neck of the woods. But he doesn't seem to trust them. Had a lot of questions about how they work, and Lucky Bitch Bishop had no answers whatsoever. And finally, you get the name of a tavern in Bitter Post that is run by Papa Thompson.
What's it called?
Let me check.
Burger King. Swiss Chalet. Always so good for so little.
It's called Last Reserve.
Sounds cheery.
I think I've asked everything that I should and learned everything I could.
You find yourself starting to nod a little bit, and
About how long did that take?
about an hour.
Okay.
I mean, it was a very thorough interrogation that you were
Right.
interrogating about the very thorough interrogation.
I honestly expected it to be longer, so that's fine. Yeah, I guess. Well, it's been great. Best of luck in the afterlife, whatever that is.
Please.
I guess there's pains or something, I don't know.
I'd rather not.
Not much I can do for you now, mate.
Just never sleep.
I mean, probably shouldn't have tried to kill me.
You have the disturbing moment of a damned man begging for his life as a severed head on top of a mechanical spider.
That's rough, buddy. But yeah, there's literally nothing I can do for him.
Just leaving you with that.
Yeah, I mean, just play stupid games, win stupid prizes, I guess. Well, good night. I'm just gonna sit you out here. So I'm outside the bubble. You stay. I'm gonna go
The
sleep.
begging and screeching does rouse everyone.
I know, you stick quiet now. Knock that off. Don't wake
Once it's
everyone.
out of the bubble, it cuts off.
Right, but if it's
Yeah.
so it doesn't like make noise and wake other people in the house. Yes, I made my commands up and it was shut up. He's gonna shut up.
Just tears. Snot.
Oh, is it sad that it died?
Gotta figure out some way to drain the fluids out of that. That is
Yeah,
disgusting.
it's too wet.
Well, I said it's a
Put the
prototype.
shotgun away.
I'll work on it, all right? Jeez. I'm assuming it's tough coming to terms with, your death when you've done all the terrible things.
Yeah. Well, at least he knows there's no heaven or hell. It's just you keep going through.
Isn't there?
Wait, does it know that? Does it? Does it know that? I could go tell it.
I mean, do we even know that for sure?
I mean, that's what Stonk said. It was a river of souls.
There is-
Stonks doesn't know
I
what the
just
words of
based-
power are, so he can't know everything, right?
He did lose his skin to a donut. I'm gonna put my stake that is the very least very important information. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go and get rid of this guy's semblance of God. Yester stumbles out of bed very hazily, brushing sleep from his eyes. Just so you know, there's no heaven or hell. You just move on. So, did you have a god?
Money?
Oh, well, that's actually really good news for you. Because otherwise you would have gone to hell. Good night.
You hear, wait, and then you're back in the bubble.
What's that? Hello.
He's just playing for as much time as he can get.
Look, man, this isn't based off of me. This is based off of when Dodger closes his shut eyes, and he's looking mighty sleepy, if you ask me. How sleepy are you looking, Dodger?
I'm like almost asleep. I'm just like,
Like, I could actually do something really funny, and it would end your life instantly. Watch this. I'm gonna cast first level sleep from my rod of.
Oh my god! And you watch the pupils dilate. He briefly sees something and then falls still. What he saw terrified him.
It was his bank account. Another day, another dollar. Am I right? And then I go back and snuggle with Stonks.
So you guys are ignoring all the beds and niceties and just staying in the bubble?
The bed's big enough for the bubble, right?
One bed, sure. We're back to this
It
problem.
C will be sitting on
You're
the
the one that
floor.
put
Honestly-
cameras in the bedroom.
Gene had never intended to be like he's gonna sleep on the bed. Like he doesn't
All right.
on a bed, his bed, whatever.
Okay.
He's fine.
yeah,
Yeah,
Dodger
sure.
doesn't trust Rammus, so he's gonna sleep in the bubble.
They can absolutely listen to him snore all night long. He does not care.
Okay. Yester. First of all, everyone gets their long rest.
Yay!
Because of the bubble.
Yester, you
I got
have. Go ahead, Jared.
Yeah, I said I got one too. Non-bubble here.
Yester, you have a very disturbing dream. And I need you to make a wisdom save, as you have everything you could possibly dream about all at once.
Right near Gene. Yeah.
We in separate? Is it separate rooms?
It's
I
separate
forget.
rooms, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, damn. Everything everywhere all at once?
The
That's
bubble got moved
11.
into my room.
It's an 11?
Yeah.
Okay. You lose 1 intelligence.
Permanently?
You don't know.
I'm stupider today.
You wake up with a splitting migraine in the dead of night, covered in sweat.
Yeah, get off me. Why are you so damn?
I had a bad dream.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a dream. Oh God, you look stupid.
Because I am Stomps. I am
oh,
stupid.
No. More?
Yes.
Oh no.
What was
I'll
the last
call someone.
What was the last level up you took, Offbeat? What'd you put it into?
Bard.
Bard? Okay. Good.
I'm never taking another wizard level. I only needed 2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is you're not progressing in that.
Mm-hmm.
But there are still some issues with having only the head knowledge of nonlinearity.
Stonks, you taught me this nonsense. How do I get rid of these dumb migraines?
Stonks raises his monocle. Get rid of the brain. Head
Stonks,
can't
is that-
hurt if there's no head.
You're making sense and it scares me.
Mhm.
So how would one remove their brain without dying?
I don't know.
How'd you do it? How'd you lose your skeleton properly? How'd you get to the donut?
Well, I became liberated.
You said the donut liberated you, not you liberated yourself and then you saw the donut.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know. Hold on. Like, let me pray real quick to the God that I believe in, as Stonks. God, did we ever have a conversation about like how this happened? Or is it canon that like I forgot?
It's canon that you forgot.
Okay, I thought so. But I wasn't sure if like
You don't actually have any memories leading up to your current condition?
So anyways, Yester, I had to double check that to make sure that it was actually me that didn't remember and not the force that puppets my bones. But yeah, no idea.
Well, this is really bloody annoying because I think this is gonna be one of the ones that last. God, I hate this.
Roll a d4.
2.
2? 2 days.
You lose.
Yeah.
2 days.
2 more.
Imagine being in a fantasy world and then just getting bestowed with migraines.
I don't even get migraines in real life. This is the true fantasy experience.
I feel bad for you as your character, as I get migraines all the time.
Yes,
I wouldn't wish a 2-day migraine on anybody.
Well, I hate this. At the very least, my portents are 16 and 1, so I look forward to sending this on somebody.
Gene, can you fix his noggin?
Gene is in the next room over. You gonna go wake him up?
Yes, to go ask Gene if he has any like hand medicine or whatever it is that he does.
Catch
It's not
these
the middle of the
hands.
night. I don't wanna wake him up for the drugs. He's probably mad at me.
My portents are 2 and 9.
2 and 9. Oh, this is great news for us.
Sia's gonna toss Yester a piece of peppermint candy. She's like, I don't know if this is gonna help with that, but I know peppermint always made me feel better when I was little and had a headache. Not the
Aw.
same thing, but
I'm gonna eat it. Thank you, Sia.
It helps a little.
I'm still stupid, but it makes the pain not hurt.
you're not gonna be hungry for the rest of the day. I'll say that.
This is so filling. What the hell? Yeah, why do you have
That's a
drugs?
That's a secret.
Where did you get these drug pills?
That's a secret.
I'm gonna spend the first 10 minutes of the morning.
Tylenol, cold cough, and hunger.
Casting mage armor so that the party doesn't kill me, and
Yeah,
also
Pointedly looks at Yester, applies off.
and resetting up the contingency for huge giant crab at 5 HP.
Okay.
Oh, see ya.
Yeah.
I saw your lady friend last night. She wanted me to tell you hi.
And where were you last night?
Good question.
I was at a very important secret meeting.
Hmm.
I learned
Sounds
all
like you
sorts of
fucked
stuff.
Seraphina. What were you doing?
No, that's not it. But I demanded that I get, Boyo back, and he didn't want to give him up. So instead, I got invited to the interrogation until they were done.
And Seraphina was there.
Yeah, seems like she and Rammus are tight.
Pockets of information.
We'll proceed to
Luna will remember this.
elaborate on what he learned
Okay. At the
and
mention,
the words of power and all that.
are you I assume recalling all this information?
Yeah.
Okay. At the mention of loams, Gene, Sia, the two of you get like a like a cold shiver at the idea of fucking loams on your scent.
Well, you know him? You know Loams?
Loams is one of the most brutal and efficient and powerful bounty hunters in the realm. Very expensive, very efficient, doesn't often fail in his hunt. Ruthless. The only reason he's not a mass murderer at this point is because he takes the money. He's basically a hired killer working within the parameters of the law.
Have we run into him? Probably.
It's safe to say that you've crossed paths a few times, and those have always been very unpleasant. He's a level 20, and he's got you sent. He is a ranger druid fighter rogue. I have made an abomination.
Gesundheit.
He is very multi-class. Ranger,
is.
druid,
Fighter rogue.
dex.
Loams is
Wisdom is
never
all he needs.
a good. It's never good when he's involved. We will do well to stay well out of his path. At least for now, we need.
Yeah, I
Toughen up
agree.
a little bit more before we can absolutely destroy him later. I say that. We might be alright.
He specializes in, as you might imagine, being a sniper, wearing you down over time. Just taking pot shots from very far away. He has arcane archer abilities, so he don't miss.
He's known colloquially as Sparky Boom Boom Man.
I love that. Think of the muddy Wookiee introduction of Chewbacca from not Rogue One,
Solo.
from Solo, when you first meet Chewbacca and he's all muddy and nasty looking. That's this guy.
Like the type to be highly susceptible to ambushing. And charisma saves. Especially when I have a 1 on the dime.
You gotta be in range for that. You gotta know it's coming.
That's why it's called an ambush.
He is capable of wild shaping as well.
Now we have to kill every animal just to make sure that it's not handled.
Everyone looks at Fart.
We just
I'm
do a
so
double
sorry.
take. Where is that hamster carrying a sniper?
Okay.
So, we taking the train or we taking horses?
We should probably gather up our horses. When we're
think
ever
Stay
there.
down.
I'm a little scared of.
Dodger and I got him out.
I'm a little
Look,
scared
you're more
of
likely to
follow-up
win the
attacks.
lottery than you are to be in a train crash. So statistically speaking, we're good.
Especially twice. Like,
Mm-hmm.
But what if-
Stonks, you are a pile of bones that we recently learned has an extra life when you almost die. That being the crab.
was
I
it
know
really
you
a
want to
crab
be
all
the
along?
crab again.
I know you yearn to be crustacean.
Yearn for the great carcinization.
Yearn for pinch.
Stonks instinctually reaches up his hands and pinches them.
Makes the same, eerily makes the same sound.
what we need to do is get him a pair of tongs. Click to his hands.
I'm personally moored for any sort of copycat attacks, unless we can maybe get a
Within 24 hours?
I don't know. The sauce boss had 2 immovable rods. What if someone took the other one? I took
mean,
his scarf, ruined his business. He turned to a life of crime. What if he
Yes,
tried
do
to
you think
take
there's a god?
I'm convinced that there isn't one, but I am
But
convinced.
if there was,
Mm-hmm.
for the sake of argument, let's agree there a god. There is a god. Do you think he would be so cruel as to crash our train twice?
I believe that it would be hilarious if it did happen. Therefore, I'm concerned.
Honestly, I'd be amazed if they had that track running. I imagine it'll be closed for a while.
It was
actually
quite
true.
an explosion.
I'm
I mean, Rammus himself said that the train was up, so I assume.
Well,
What if it's
I
a
just
smaller
think-
charter train?
like one of the
Oh,
ones
no,
where you
we'll
do
take
this and
the-
it just moves it along the track.
We'll take the ferry.
Speaking of Sia, the ferry business, the barge business was kind of important to Fisherman's Rest, where you're from. Kind of very, very important. If I remember correctly, the tracks don't go all the way there, so they might be for some economic struggles. Also, just a reminder to Dodger, you wanted to stop by New Saren.
To decide that getting an audience with Antioch was important.
Everyone furiously taking notes.
I mean, if we want to head to New Saren and kind of end it there, because I need to come up with some details for stuff that might happen.
Yeah, it's safe to say. But it comes down to, are we taking horses or are we taking train? It sounds like we're leaning horses.
Donks is leaning train, but if the party is scared of technology and wishes to continue to live in the past,
Progress.
Donks will indulge.
Yester could be convinced,
Sia just wants her horse.
and horses it shall be.
Like, how far are we?
You're gonna have to just run to gallop along the tracks for like an hour or two before you get to New Saren.
Oh, I guess I kind of meant not New Saren, but to
Bitter Post?
Bitter Post.
Bitter Post is gonna take days.
That is not going to work.
Then I guess we have to take the train.
Yeah.
So we find and gather our horses, ride to New Saren, and then we take the train from there. It's a bit of boast.
Don't want the trail to be cold, otherwise this whole endeavor would have been a waste of time.
Okay. The posse gathers themselves. Anything to do before we leave?
I'm gonna try one more game of chess with Jameson.
Okay. Intelligence check. I rolled a 17.
I lose horribly.
Oh no.
That is a 7.
Oh, you'll get it. It's all right. Don't feel bad.
Nah, I never had the mind for such things.
Well, if you ever want another game,
As my brother
People
constantly reminded me. Anyway, bye.
okay, bye. You're the only person who's played me. Everyone else gets tired of playing me in chess. Come back sometime. He has just thrashed everyone else in this estate.
I want to go play him in chess.
Okay.
Is
You
Dodger
bust
going to
into
send
the- you
messages to
shoulder-
Rammus, to Jameson? Absolutely. Knight to E4.
Pass this on to your staff member. Taco, you wanna play the dragon chess?
I chess him.
That's cocked.
Intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, only a 14.
Okay. 15.
Bastard.
So your bones. What's that like? I'm
Dry.
goop. I'm wet.
I imagine it's wet.
More slimy, but yeah, technically wet. I like it. It kind of wobbles around as a
We
goop.
will. Well, me and my friends have to go do stuff. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Wait, dragon chess, you say? I'm proficient
Yeah,
in
all
dragon
right. Yeah,
chess.
sit down.
Lots of people to play chess with.
I have a proficiency in the dragon chess set, so
Nice. This is like the best day ever for Jameson.
He's beaten all of us.
is it a flat? Is it just a flat int check with dragon? Okay, so this will be a with my -1. Be a 5 only, +5.
I also got a 5. I rolled real low.
Well, +5.
Oh,
I got a 16.
16. You beat him. He blunders and you take the queen.
Ha!
Ah.
Easy peasy.
Well done.
I played my famous opening.
What's it called?
Have a good day, Jameson.
Okay, bye. All right, the party grabs their horses and starts going down the long tracks towards New Saren. New Saren is a beautiful city, one of the newest in Windfall, and you can see long towers and big buildings, floating weirlight lanterns on the sides. This is where we started our campaign, and you can see the same coffee shop Yester and Stonks that you guys started in with the little dragon doing the creme brulee on the side. Just very posh. You're wrong, Yester.
Well, that's what I would do, so that means it's worse.
Anything you guys want to immediately, as we wrap up the session for tonight, do in this town before we get to any of the important stuff?
Food and drink.
Okay.
Where are the donuts?
That was back in Saren.
Don't tell me New Saren doesn't have bigger, better donuts because it's New Saren.
Phenomenal pastries, kind of expensive. Everything in this town is a bit pricey. But you guys find yourself in a pastry shop known as, let's see. Morning Dew. There is a, what are they called? Elephant people, the pachyderms?
Luxoden.
Luxodons, thank you. There is a Luxoden older gentleman who is very excited and he makes y'all some pastries. Everyone can mark off 10 silver. You find yourselves refreshed, caffeinated, bit of a sugar high going on, and feeling just generally ready to tackle the day. Dodger, you got to clue the party into what they're walking into for next session?
All right, brace yourselves. You're all about to meet my family.
And I get a week to practice my horrendous Australian accent. Guys, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for tuning in. Stick around. We are going to do a raid. But if you want to get caught up, you can head over to the Jake and Feffers YouTube as well as the Discord if you would like to join our community. This was a fun episode. We learned a ton, which I'm very excited about. We haven't really peeled a lot of the onion for Windfall, so we're getting into some of the deeper stuff going on. I'm very excited about that. Let me throw it over to Dodger. Tell us a bit about where your character's headspace is at. Tell us about you as CritFailJake. And then pass to someone else.
Hello, I am CritFailJake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter. Playing Dodger, a variant human fighter warlock. Rather pleased with himself with his maneuvering of getting information from the Spectre in right under Rammus's nose. With the knowledge that he has of the incident like 20 years ago, and then Rammus's sudden reappearance, plus that he's just power hungry and wants to control everything, he's not 100% on board with. There's, not trustworthy and has his own goals and means and doesn't actually care about the people and all that. So he's got his name in his book to maybe, pass information along that's suitable and kind of keep an eye on, keep your enemies close kind of a thing. He's about to see his family, who he hasn't seen in years and years and years. And you'll find out why when we get there. As for me, I will be DMing a Lord of the Rings campaign over the summer, so be on the lookout for more information about that as it comes up. And that's all. Taco.
Hello, I'm Taco. I edit the videos, so if you're having to wait for an old stream to go up, it's my fault. What else? I play Stonks. Stonks was a skeleton. Stonks is sleepy. Taco is sleepy. Godspeed, chat. See ya.
Hi, I'm LunaWolfSpirit. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram, and I play Siika Rizflare. Oh
my god.
This is good information.
So yeah, some questions, some concerns. A little worried about Fam and Fisher's Rest. So when we're over that direction at some point, probably gonna want to check that out. We're just gonna have a bunch of reunions across the board. But I don't know. Very worried about Loam. That's not cool. I'm gonna pass it to Jean.
All right. Forgot about serial killer guy. We're just gonna have to drop him off at a place in New Saren, I guess.
Mm.
I gotta.
Do you want to do that through Lord Rammus? We can roll that now.
I mean, we can. No.
Okay.
I guess New Saren is his place, but
yeah.
Or is it not?
It is.
I'd rather not do it with Lord Rammus.
Okay.
Jean would rather not do it with Lord Rammus.
Right.
Yeah. No,
you got your shades.
Yeah. Got the shades. Now I can not be total garbage at perception checks. All right. Yeah. Offbeat. Go ahead.
What up? My name is Offbeat Outlaw. You can find me on YouTube and TikTok under the exact same name. Yester is feeling pretty good. He got a Ring of Spell Storing, which means he's got even more spells that he can now cast just throughout the day. Put a lot of his bread and butter stuff that we just end up casting a lot, like shields in there. Feeling good. Offbeat's very curious about what Loam's build is. I've made a supposition. It's not that. So either I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm very curious. I will find it. That is all.
It's a very specific kit.
Mm-hmm. Jake, have you gone?
I have.
Yeah, I think that's everybody.
Is everyone? All right,
everybody, we're gonna go kick it with the Snickle. Everyone pile in there, show him some love for me. And have a fantastic rest of your evening. We get to see Fish join the Void Scourge crew on Saturday, so tune in for that.
Woo!
Woo! All right, everyone say bye obnoxiously.
Bye.
And we are